Daily Broadside, day 370. Last night I went with some friends to eat some sushi. My bill came out to $83.02, and the nice lady walks over with the check and she gives it to us, and I immediately look at it and I said, anyway, you could round this down to 83. I don't like those 2 cents on there. And she's like, oh, we can do that. And I was just kidding, just something stupid that popped in my head when I saw the bill. So she comes back, 3, 4, 5 minutes later, and damn if I didn't pay $83 for that meal. So what I learned from last night's experience, and I also learned this from a college professor, everything in capitalism is a bargain. You could go into a restaurant right now and be like, I see that your souvlaki is $11.95. I offer you $9.50, and they can either take it or leave it. Everything is a deal. It's just what we as the buyer agree to pay for the said goods. And I think I figured out how we get rid of these obese 600-pound life people. Spent an inordinate amount of time thinking about the enablers and the people in these people's lives that make them so morbidly obese. And the key is getting rid of television and the internet. That would be a big step. Yes, it would, because here's what you never see, okay? I could totally see myself, because it would be fun to just sit and watch TV all day and drink Dr. Pepper and, hound Fritos and burritos and order pizza. That would be great, okay? But you'd have to roll my gelatinous ass out of the house at year's end. So it doesn't pay in the end. But yes, it would be very satisfying to just sit around and eat junk food and watch TV. That's fun, right? But what you never see those people doing is eating a pizza, reading a book, okay? And that's what we need to do, is we need to make it less enjoyable and more painful, because they're going to be like, I just don't feel like reading. Maybe I'll go for a walk, get out some fresh air, and then they don't get to be 582 pounds, That might be the problem. You ever walk around like a Lowe's or a Target, a Target, a Harris Teeter, whatever, and you look at other people's shoes and you think, man, I sure would like to wear his shoes. I sure would like my feet to smell like that dude's feet. I wonder if we could swap shoes for, just a couple hours. I wonder if I could go to his house and just borrow some of his shoes. Nobody thinks that. But when we go bowling, we're like, come on, put them bastards on. I want my feet to smell like everybody else in here, because that's disgusting. The fact, I've been bowling many, many times, all right? And I eschew all the shoes that people offer me. And guess what? I've rolled strikes with tennis shoes. I don't even see the point of having them slick-ass things. Well, please tell me, I ain't bowling a 300. I think the highest game I've ever bowled was in like the low 150s. And that was complete and utter luck. Might have been a 148, somewhere around in there, right? Every other time it's 110, 120, and I'm lucky if I do that. And I ain't think the shoes got anything to do with it, you know what I mean? I was explaining something to somebody the other day, and I turned longitude and latitude into adverbs to explain my point. And although they say that rural and brewery are two of the hardest words to say, I got one better. Longitudinally, and latitudinally. I can't say that. I can see it in my head. I can write it down and spell it properly. I can't say longitudinally, latitudinally. It just doesn't, my tongue doesn't do that. It just doesn't do that. And when I was a senior in high school, for the better part of that year, I ran a third shift job in a nearby college town at a little restaurant that was open 24/7. Just drunk college kids coming in. And I was the only employee after 11. I'd work till 7 a.m. and then work all night. Plus stuff would slow down after the bars got out. And about 3 o'clock, I wouldn't have anything to do but just prep food, clean up, hang out. This is before the days of cell phone days. I remember Black Hole Sun had just came out because they played on the dang radio every 5 seconds. But I got off at 7. I'd go home, take a shower, and hit school, and I'd pretty much sleep. I don't know how I graduated my senior year, right? I asked my mom the other day, I'm like, why did y'all let me work third shift in high school? She was like, well, you were 18. We couldn't stop you. Well, anyway, they had a salad bar early part of the day. So sometimes I'd come in at 6 or 7 and work like a shift and a half, right? 12 hours, whatever. And so after every, like the second shift people would leave, I would go out and I would put a little tub of little mini marshmallows out on the salad bar. Just marshmallows, just as a stupid social experiment. And then I would watch each day to see how many had been consumed. And weirdly enough, people would eat those marshmallows. And I don't know what part of the salad you eat marshmallows with. And I'm not talking about like that salad with coconut and little mandarin orange. I'm saying just straight marshmallows. Somebody's like, oh, croutons, bacon bits, you know, blue cheese dressing. Oh, marshmallows. But people are eating that crap. People are weird. That or they just got a crazy surprise. They thought they were like fluffy white croutons or something. And bam, croutons turn into marshmallows. Hey, giddy up.